Have you had runs in sprint cars before?
I race sprint cars at home, but I haven't ran a sprint car here, although I know this is one of the best sprint car tracks in Australia, so I'm looking forward to running on it.
What do you think of the track? Have you tried it yet?
We ran here a couple of weeks ago on a midget, and it felt real good. It's really a neat track, and I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of a track that takes horsepower, and Bronny Scarf over at Chevrolet, Adelaide Chevrolet Action builds a real good motor, so I'm looking forward to stepping on his gas.
You just put your foot down and turn left, is that right?
Yeah, that's about it. This person who holds it down the longest, kind of wins.
And what do you think of the talent tonight, the competition?
Well, I've raced against a lot of these guys in other divisions, and I've seen them race, and I drove a sprinter at Parramatta before, so I know Gary Rush and Max Dempsey comes over to the States, and we race against them, so I know what I'm up against. They're real competitive, so we're looking forward to a good, strong race.
You're pretty confident about tonight?
Yeah, I feel good about tonight. I really do. I just, like I said, I looked the car over, and I know Bronny Scarf builds a real strong motor, so this is a horsepower track. It's going to take a good motor to win here.
Are you confident about tonight?
Tonight I am, yeah. Because I'm due for a win. I just can't keep running places here. And we have done something. We've had a good think about why we're not winning races, and I think we may have just hit on the right thing tonight.
Attitude's got a lot to do with it, and you seem as if your attitude's really right.
Well, I'm not trying to talk myself into it. Yeah, I've got a lot of pressure off my mind. The last couple of years I've worked pretty hard at work, and I'm starting to relax a bit more and think about my racing more, and I think it may pay dividends.
This race has been pretty good for you recently, hasn't it?
Yeah, sure has. We've done well in the last couple of years.
You've won it the last couple of years?
Yeah, 3 I think, so it'll be good. Hopefully we can do it again.
And you're confident about tonight, are you?
Not overly confident. Gary's pretty confident, so I'm a little wary about it.
Yeah. But you would like a big finish to the season, wouldn't you?
Yeah, for sure. But I think Gary would too.
Rush and Dumsney are both fairly confident about tonight. Would you be feeling up with them?
Oh, without any doubt, yes. If I couldn't run with them, I wouldn't be here. No, but they're both good competitors. I don't know so much about Gary's luck at Speedway Park. I don't know whether I'd call it luck so much. Perhaps, every time they come here, they just don't seem to find the right measure. He might find it tonight, but, we've all got our own tricks.
He is concerned, but he's also very determined tonight.
Well, good on him. He'll have to be.
Welcome to Winfield Speedway Park for the running of the 1987 West End South Australian Sprint Car Championship. Heat number 1 on the circuit. And the man off pole on your screen now, Australia number 1, Brett Lacey. Outside of him from South Australia, car 3, Zeke Agars. And the second row made up of car 18 from South Australia, David Veers. And outside of him, the former 7 times national champion, Gary Rush. Clean start this time, a couple of attempts prior to this, but it looks like it's all happening, or is it? Darryl Downing in trouble there. Brett Lacey gets away from Rush's caught back in 4th spot, and Max Boland from Victoria in car number 20 makes plenty of pace from the back of the pack, and he's now up pushing the former 7 times national champion. The leader now, Brett Lacey by 4 car lengths. There's Rush in 4th position. Up behind Agars, goes for the horsepower drive up high down the back chute, but cannot make it. Boland takes advantage, catches Rush snapping there for a moment, and in fact gets through under Rush. The track still a little slippery, times low at the moment. As the track gets itself settled down, these guys are really going to honk. But the man of the moment, Brett Lacey, as he comes around into the screen there, this time with 6 of the 8 remaining, make that 5, I apologise, as he goes back into turn number 1. Brett Lacey back after a couple of seasons layup, won the national championship earlier on this season in Darwin in the Northern Territory. Hasn't had a lot of success since that time, but is really showing him what it's all about tonight. Yellow light down. We have a problem. 2 cars spun on the bottom turn. That'll be the cars of Jamie Cobby and also Darryl Downing. 4 laps remaining for the completion of heat number 1 of the West End South Australian Sprint Car Championship. Brett Lacey, the national champion, he is going off position number 1 of the restart, looking good so far. The flag held aloft, racing this time, 4 circulations to the side, the first blood of the evening. Darryl Downing out of the event. Also, Chris Blunden didn't even make the start. But let me tell you, the guy in trouble at the moment is Gary Rush. Absolutely running backwards at the moment. But the track maybe not suiting him, we'll see. Lacey past us now. Down the back chute he goes, into turn number 3. Pursuing him is Zeke Agars, coming up very fast there, but also behind him is Max Bowman from Victoria. Trevor past us now. Carling separating first and second, that closes a bit off turn number 2, down the back straight one more time. Rush definitely having some problem back there, uncustomary for him. On your scene now, the car not going into the corner properly, pushing a bit, not quite sure what the problem is. In any event, laps dwindling away. White flag being prepared down here for this man. Car number 1, the Australian champion, Brett Lacey. Down into turn number 1 he goes. Agar still tapping away his push bar. They've got one circulation to sort it out, but let me tell you, Brett Lacey's looking good. He comes into there, but here comes Agars with a charge. Lacey, the pedal to the metal as he comes down, takes the win in the first heat. Second place to Zeke Agars' car, 3 from South Australia. Bowen, a good drive up into third place from Victorian car number 20, followed by David Veers in car number 18, car number 9 of Dennis Burford, Gary Rush in car 25, obviously with some problem, and Jamie Cobby in the number 12 car, bringing up the rear of the field. Heat number 2 of the West End South Australian Sprint Car Championships should really turn out to be a doozy. Off the second row in car number 8, visiting from California in the USA is John Pearson. And off the back, the defending champion, Max Dumsney in car 5. We'll see how the American settles down in his first run here in a sprint car. Matter of fact, first run in the sprint car in Australia. On your screen to the right, running third place at the moment, Snow White's the guys. But we've got to go here into the pickets. That will be car 17 in Gil Cameron. And the other car, the Victorian car 37, David Anderson. And oh, goodness me, Anderson's car is broken on the outside rear wheel, and it looks like a front end on Cameron's car. Neither of them will be facing the start for the restart, I should say, of this heat number 2 of the West End South Australian Sprint Car Championship. Restart again. Racing, and Cameron's teammate, car 16, Dave Farrell, goes around the turn number 1 there, round into 2. The American Pearson trying the high line on Snow White in car number 8. Does so, gets it very honking there. And Cameron, in Farrell gets it a bit strange, but the American very, very determined. His first drive in a sprint car in Australia, does pedal him occasionally at his home state of California in the USA. But Bob Aylesbury offered him the drive here tonight, and he's certainly acquitting himself quite well. The two of them there. Meantime, Darmsney, there's Bill Porter in a bit of trouble there. Darmsney coming through from the back of the pack. Have a look at Pearson here. Great drive there. Goodness gracious me. And Farrell cut infield there, made a bit of ground there on the American Pearson, but Pearson still sitting on that three-quarter line on the track. Coming around now, the racing really hotting up. Max Dumsney on your screen now, the defending state champion, going off turn number 2. He's behind Snow White in 4th position. 3 laps remaining, 3 to the checkered flag, and the battle still looming between these two guys on your screen. Car 16 from South Australia, Dave Farrell, and behind him, car number 8 tonight being driven by Johnny Pearson of the USA. Dave Farrell holding it very, very well. Down the back chute he goes into turn number 3. The white flag being prepared. 1 to go for the South Australian. The American now losing a bit of ground on him as they come down past the start-finish line again. Farrell ducks the head down. Dumsney! Goodness gracious me. Dumsney saved it from anything, but in the meantime, the win of the race going to car 16 from South Australia, Dave Farrell. The American second, Johnny Pearson. White third in car number 11, followed by Wayne Bunker in car 27, then Dumsney in the 5 car. And goodness gracious me, everything happening. Heat number 2 of the West End South Australian Sprint Car Championship. We've had 2 heats of action here tonight. This is the 3rd one, a brand new lineup of race cars on the circuit now. Their first taste of the clay here tonight at Winfield Speedway Park for event number 3, heat 3 of the West End South Australian Sprint Car Championship. Former Victorian champion Ian Lewis, car 18, off the pole line. Outside of him, car 60, also from the same state, Kevin McCallum. And McCallum, in fact, gets the start there, but Lewis back very, very quickly. And a little bit of push and shove. There's a go around there. Hetherington Victoria also up there. Young Jamie Moyle coming through in car 69. Really lifting it hard as he comes around. He does the high line shuffle on him. Comes up into position number 2 and cops it right in the front end. Jamie Moyle copped it in the front end. First yellow down. And nearly pushed him out the ballpark. Exciting stuff. Interesting to see what happens here. Coming around now. Lewis to lead him away. McCallum in second place. Jamie Moyle in third. Hetherington and Caloundro going for it for fourth. Phil March pushing up behind him. Have a look at this goose here. Goodness gracious me. Everybody have a go. Jamie Moyle, nice manoeuvre into turn 3. Callum getting swamped there by race cars. Phil March with a flapping front wing. And McCallum pulls infield. McCallum pulling infield. We've got everything happening here. Is March challenging Hetherington for third place. Two of them really going wheel-to-wheel stuff around here. And if you think I'm getting excited about all this, imagine how they are down there. Phil March now in the third place. Lewis absolutely storming away on your screen at the moment. This time around, he'll have 4 circulations, 4 laps to the checkered flag for him. The former Victorian champion doing it well at the moment. Almost a length of the straightaway, separating first from second. In car number 69, young Jamie Moyle in that position. We have the battle for 4th and 5th going on in screen at the moment as they come down past. There's the back markers coming through as we see Terry Wigzell there and Chaz Caloundro in front of him. Meanwhile, the leader coming around now, this time with 2 remaining. 1/2 a mile to go on the old system as Ian Lewis goes down the back straight. There's Jamie Moyle in second place, the McLeod Tyres car. And he's doing everything but unable to make any impression on Lewis at all. Phil March in the meantime is trying to make an impression on Jamie Moyle, but they're on their last lap. Certainly a welcome sign of victory coming around to Ian Lewis on turn number 3. Around in 4, the Hall Brothers car to greet the checkered flag. His first blood of the night. And he comes through in heat number 3 of the West End South Australian Championship. Second place to car 69, the McLeod Tyres car of Jamie Moyle. Third place, the Glider Roll Doors car of Phil Marsh after a good drive from the back of the pack in car 78. Championship heat number 4. This time, Brett Lacey, Gary Rush and Zeke Agars all running from the back of the pack as they come under the starters' orders. The green flag down. And down the front of the pack is car 20 for Victoria that went very quickly earlier on in Max Boland. There's Boland now quickly up into second place, but right behind him is Gary Rush. Rush has sorted himself right out after his poor showing in the first heat. Determination. This driver, 42 years of age, a legend in his own time, unprecedented 7 times national champion, but not having the greatest of luck here at Winfield Speedway Park of late. Would dearly love to get up and win this one tonight, and he's going to give it his best shot. Made a statement this afternoon. I'd like to win this one, and we'll see if Rush can do it. The leader at the moment, though, is a young man. Young Jamie Cobby in car number 12, driving his heart out on the screen now as he comes around, and this time with 4 rotations. 4 circuits of Winfield Speedway Park. We're at the halfway mark. Boland in second, Gary Rush in third, followed by Burford, Downing, Viers. Behind that, we have car 3 of Agars, then London, and at the rear of the field, strangely enough, Brett Lacey. A problem on turn 4. A problem. Somebody with an engine failure. It's Burford trying to struggle. He's got a fire underneath the car. We're not too sure, but he's parked it. No, it may have just been the engine. He may have lost a drivetrain or something. I'm not quite sure. But Dennis out of harm's way. Let's hope his problem's a little one. As the race comes up, Boland brings it up to Jamie Cobby with 1 to go. This is really exciting stuff as they go into turn 1. Rush trying to pounce. Boland with the new chassis after dumping it at the last show here at at Speedway Park. But let me tell you, the flying farmer from Leachville in Victoria, Max Boland, takes it. In second place, Rush. And oh no, Cobby may have expired an engine. He just makes it over the line. The car smoking furiously. Boland, Rush and young Jamie Cobby. And let me tell you, it was anybody's within 1/2 a lap of the checkered. Cars rolling around for the 8-lap journey for heat number 5 of the West End South Australia Sprint Car Championship. Welcome back out there. This is going to be a doozy. We've got the defending champion Max Dumsney off one. Outside of him, the very determined David Anderson. Behind that, Wayne Bunker and the American John Pearson off the back row. Turn number 1. Sought out into Indian file straight away, but Dumsney with the superiority down the back chute. Horsepower play, you've got to believe that. He shot right away from him there. Keeps that lead as he comes past for the first time around. 7 up on the board now, 1 lap down, and Dumsney extends his legs. He's absolutely on fire. If this race runs without a stoppage, this could be near record time. This boy is really honking. David Anderson, second place at this stage. Car 37 from Victoria, followed by the 55 car of Bill Porter from South Australia. Wayne Bunker, American John Pearson, and at the end of the trail there we have Snowy White in car number 11. The leader on your screen now, Max Dumsney. He's defending this title tonight, and let me tell you, has won it 3 times thus far. And it will be an unprecedented 4th, I would understand, if he wins it this evening. Dumsney, Anderson now pulling away from Porter. Pearson on the infield with problems. John Pearson out of the event in the Bob Aylesbury car, number 8. And that's bad luck for the American after a very strong showing in his first heat here tonight. Relegated to the infield, obviously with a problem. Dumsney past us again. 1 to go. Made it look so easy. I'll be interested in the race time for this one. He's showing us that he's going to put in a strong bid for this. We've got the pole shuffle coming up a little later. It should be a cracker as the checkered flag comes down on Max Dumsney for first place. Second place to David Anderson from Victoria. Third place and hanging on well, Bill Porter in car 55, followed by the 27 car of Wayne Bunker. And last but not least, car number 11 limping around now is Snowy White. Another exciting heat of the West End South Australian Sprint Car Championship on the circuit. Now this is heat 6, and Phil March from South Australia to lead him away. Car number 78. Outside of him also from that state, car 2, Jeff Harris. March, a brilliant start. Turn number 1. Cars very, very close together. Tom Tomlinson up there mid-track. Also Jamie Moyle. Cars lurching and leaping there as they bite into the clay. Turn 3, the action goes on. Hetherington very high there. Lewis trying to charge through the back of the pack there in car number 18. Already a heat race win to him this evening as he tries to settle down. But the man they've got to catch is way out in front here in Phil March in car 78. The glider roll doors car is absolutely flying as he goes around turn 2 into the back straightaway. Phil March, former speed car national champion, up in the sprint cars for this season, 86-87, and he's really got it honking as he goes down the back straight. The length of the straightaway separating first and second. Second place is Jeff Harris, who will just come onto your screen now. Behind that's Terry Wixel in car number 88, followed by the McLeod Tyres car of Jamie Moyle, Tom Tomlinson, Ian Lewis. Behind that is Chaz Calandro and car 36 from Victoria in Hetherington. McCallum also out there circulating around somewhere, having some problems with the 60 car from Victoria as the leader flies past us one more time. Let me tell you, 2.5 laps make that 2 1/4 for Philip March as he comes around to greet the judge for another time. Phil March competing in this year's West End South Australian Sprint Car Championship and looking good at the moment as McKellen goes infield. March now taking up every little inch of the track. He's got the car absolutely percolating. 1 to go for Phil March. Let's watch him. Cool, sits back in the seat there, works his arm slowly, lifts her off the deck with power off turn 2, down the back straight, throws it into 3 sideways. Around he comes, plenty of side bite there, up at the wind for heat number 6. just that easy for Philip March off the first place. Harris holds on to second. Terry Wixell third. Behind that, car 69, Jamie Moyle, followed by Tom Tomlinson, Ian Lewis, Chaz Caloundro, car number 36, David Hetherington, and the only non-finisher in the event, car number 60, and that was Victoria's Kevin McCallum. This is the West End South Australian Sprintcar Championship, Mike Schultz pole shuffle. And this is how it works. 2 cars on the circuit. They will do combat for 2 laps of racing. The winner will stay on the circuit. The loser will go off position number 8. The next car will come out and the winner will remain again. The next loser off position number 7. This is for the start of the feature race tonight, and everybody wants to go off position 1. So the 2 cars out there now. On the inside, the young man from South Australia, car 69, Jamie Moyle, and outside of him, Gary Rush, the former 7-time national champion from New South Wales. And at the moment, it's Rush who has the ascendancy as they go into turn number 3. But Rush hooks one there. Here comes young Moyle back at him again. The fans get to their feet. The young boy not giving in. He gets around turn number 2. Rush a little quicker off the turn this time as he settles down. Down into 3. It's still Rush. The checkered flag. Goodbye, Jamie Moyle, and hello, Gary Rush. So, car number 69 will go off position number 8 in the running of the West End South Australian Sprint Car Championship. And now to do battle with Rush is the next contender. That'll be car number 16 from South Australia, Dave Ferrell. Rush, a seasoned veteran, a capacity crowd here tonight. The weather very threatening earlier, but they've forgotten about that. They're being heated by the racing here. Absolutely unbelievable tonight. A very, very coveted prize. A very, very proud title to have, and that is the South Australian Sprint Car Championship. Some great names been on the Cup over the years, and a great field of contenders here to contest it for 1987. And now it's Ferrell on the inside in the Jarvis Ford car number 16, and outside it's Rush, but Rush the jump very, very quickly. Gets a little strange there halfway through the first turn, but settles down. 8 to 10 car lengths as Ferrell tries to get back at him there. 1 to go. Rush looking in command now as they go down into turn number 1. Around into 2 they go. There's a difference between first and second. Rush has really got the Whitfield's 25 car percolating as he goes into 3. The checkered flag, and Rush eliminates another one. So off position number 7 in the big final tonight was car 16, Dave Ferrell. Now an interesting one. Being pushed off at the moment. On your screen now, the Australian champion, Brett Lacey from Victoria, the Partridge Steel car. Lacey. Very, very quick on his night. The car of his own design and manufacture. The engine out of the thoroughbred stable of Ivan Walker in Sydney, New South Wales. And a young man with a lot of determination. Coming up beside Rush. Rush was the man he dethroned. Unprecedented 7 times national champion and world champion. Won that in Perth in February. And now the 2 of them out there. Cat and mouse game for the start. Around they come. Rush on the loud pedal. Gets the better of the start. Off into turn number 1. Lacey trying to get every little inch of horsepower on the circuit, but Rush looking strong as he goes into turn number 3. Gary Rush, 1 to go. Lacey, not in this one, but the title's going to be another story, believe me. Rush down the back chute now. 10 car lengths separating first and second. The Master Blaster looking at his best as he comes past and relegates Brett Lacey to start off in position number 6. Picking him up now as Max Dumsney, the defending South Australian champion. Incidentally, also, Dumsney is the current Victorian champion. Car number 5, owned by John Sydney in Victoria. Max Dumsney now residing in New South Wales. Rush, we've said enough about him. The Master Blaster, on fire at the moment, but can it be quelled by this young man? Oh, determined stuff for the start. Next neck and neck into turn one. This is going to be a ripper. They go around into turn number two. Nobody giving an inch, and it's Dumsney this time. Into turn number three. Rush coming back at him. Dumsney now holding his own. Back into turn number one. Rush for the low line. Dumsney now, half a lap to do it. Put your glasses down. I've got to tell you, Max Dumsney has eliminated Rush, and it's going to be Gary Rush off in position number 5. Dumsney. Goodness gracious me, the crowd rising to the occasion. The defending South Australian champion, Max Dumsney. Lewis been racing in speedway since the mid-60s as a very young teenager, come into sprint cars 2 seasons ago. Won the Victorian Championship in his first season. Also, 3rd place he acquired in the National Championship. Knows what it's all about, knows how to go for it. We'll see how he faces up against Max Dumsney. But let me tell you, turn number 1 tells a bit of a tale. Dumsney there gets it all down on the ground. Lewis there a bit slow off turn 2. Into 3 they go. Dumsney almost bicycles. Allows Lewis to make up some ground. 1 to go. 440 yards as they go around into turn number 1. It's still Dumsney. Lewis tries the mid-track line. Gets good fight there. They go down into turn number 3. And it's Dumsney round there. But let me tell you, it's Lewis going off position number 4. Car 18 from Victoria. And Dumsney still out there, the man to beat.
Do you like the pole shuffle?
I've never done very well in them, so I want to do well in the heat. So I start pretty well down the line in the pole shuffle.
Tonight might be the night.
You never can tell.
Car number 5 beside him, the man yet to be conquered, Max Dumsney in car 5. Have a look at this for a start. Neck and neck they go into turn number 1. Marge Coxon sideways. Dumsney. More bite on the mid-track line. Down the back straight he goes into 3. Have a look at March hurdles the glider all doors car. Absolutely 11 tenths trying to run Max Dumsney down. March comes in again, lifting the front wheels off the ground. 600 horsepower, screaming its head off. March almost bicycles it on its head. Dumsney for the win, but not without a great effort from Phil March. Phil March now going off position number 3. And the next one out to do it is Max Boland. He's out there to pit himself against Max Dumsney. The battle of the Maxes this time as we go into turn 1. Have a look at Dumsney. Have a look at the horsepower. There it is. A story tells 1,000 words. The superior horsepower of Max Dumsney's OTR factory car is absolutely braining him. He goes down into turn 1 3 times now, been beaten into the turn and just gone woof, away he goes. And I hope the crowd appreciate it as he comes across and he takes the pole position for the running of the 1987 West End South Australian Sprint Car Championship, which he is defending this evening. Max Boland going off position 2. What unbelievable, unreal racing we've had thus far. And let me tell you, the final is going to be a boomer.